stay in the Sierra de las Nieves is colored with the warmth of orange. The orange of the light which filters across the bedrooms and makes your stay a truly sensual pleasure. Orange is also the flavor of a good breakfast after you wake up in one of these magical guest houses. Any of the lodgings in the 9 towns of the district will guarantee you the warmest of welcomes, the most pleasant of stays, and the best of memories to take home with you. These orange-tinged days could be yours too. Come along and find out for yourself. Welcome to a unique place. Welcome to the Sierra de las Nieves. If what you seek is a veritable feast for the eyes, then you need look no further. Come and discover the secrets of the place of your dreams. Its villages are the very essence of the countryside. Its natural landscapes, like no other, represent one of southern Spain's greatest ecological bastions. Its absolute tranquility under the purest of skies make this one of the most restful and peaceful of places to stay in the world. The villages in this part of Malaga boast a vast and diverse array of places to stay, all of which meet the most stringent requirements of any visitor to the area, from select hotels to campsites and guest houses and to country cottages, which are still just as they were many years ago. Let's follow the road which takes us through the 9 towns of the Sierra de las Nieves to discover some of those hidden places where you can spend a delightful few days. The journey begins. The first stop on our journey is the village of Estan. We can see this mountain village viewed from afar, standing out as a white blaze on the green of the mountains. The mountains of Estan are reflected in the waters of La Concepcion Reservoir, waters which have bubbled through the village's many fountains and springs on their journey here. Very close to the village, crowning a spectacular hill, we find the Hotel Los Altos de Estan. This modern hotel gives us the chance to spend some time right in the heart of the mountains, with every comfort we could wish. One of the hotel's attractions are the rooms named after the famous. The singer Maria Jimenez and television presenter Tommy del Postigo. Their friendly staff and excellent facilities make our stay in this delightful place even more enjoyable. With its lapping waves, its imposing presence, at the foot of the mountains of this natural reserve are the salt waters which have carried the history of man over its waves. The deep blue of this sea is one of the attractions for tourists from all over the world who come here to enjoy what's on offer on the popular Costa del Sol. Its position allows us to enjoy the delights of the Mediterranean coast before we continue our journey into the heart of the Sierra de las Nieves. We leave Marbella behind us and set off for our second stop, the village of Ogen. Framed between the Blanca and Apujata mountains, Ogen is an impressive contrast to the coast. A short walk around the village shows us that it's a peaceful and pleasant place, with its charming streets decorated with an abundance of flowers hanging from the windows and houses. The wine museum and the church are a must to visit in our walk around the village. Just a few kilometers away, we find what's known as the Refugio del Juana, an unbeatable guest house right in the heart of the countryside, where we can breathe the cleanest and purest of air while we relax in one of the most wonderful spots in the province of Malaga. The windows of the 26 bedrooms of this former hunting lodge look out onto the green of the countryside. And its excellent restaurant offers top-quality game, as well as the chance for some agreeable conversation. The passage of time is clearly evident in El Juana. The hands of the chestnut tree's biological clock mark the change in each of the seasons. Autumn showers the ground with leaves of ochre. Winter leaves bare the branches of the trees. Spring bursts forth green and radiant. Summer gives fruit to the season which has gone before. And so it goes on, year after year, until the cycle begins again. Leaving behind the beautiful green countryside of Ogen, we now travel deep into the history of the district, with our next stop, in Monda. Nestling between the valleys and the mountains, Monda presents a truly picturesque image seen from afar. The Moorish occupation of the village is reflected in its design of the streets and in the many fountains in its squares. The Castillo de la Villeta, looking out from its position on the hill, was conquered by the insurgent Omar ben Hafsun in the 9th century. It stands out as the greatest example of Arab influence and gives the village a truly majestic aspect. The large apartments in this restored castle are big enough for families and are excellently equipped. The hotel also has bedrooms with lovely views of the village and surrounding area. A small paradise, which is the best base from which to explore the traditions of the village. Monda hosts a vast range of events which pay tribute to its folkloric past and present. The Easter week procession, where penitents carry the thrones through the streets, or the Monda Soup Festival, where all the villagers take to the streets to prepare the dish which is most representative of their local gastronomy. Are just two examples of how these people maintain their traditions. Continuing with our tour of places to stay in this area, we set off for Guaro, where tourists will find that the approach to the village becomes an idyllic countryside walk in winter. The almond trees paint the countryside around the village of Guaro with colour. The sight of these spectacular trees is even more enhanced by the orange light which permeates every corner of the village. Infusing the square, the Plaza de la Constitución, and the San Miguel Church Tower with a halo of every imaginable shade of colour, making a walk through its streets a truly sensual experience. And continuing with the delights of this village, what could be better than a night spent in the heart of a rural environment? The rural environment of the guest house is reflected in its style and in the traditional farming implements used as decoration. The same method is still used here in Guaro to make the handmade almond nougat or turron that's been used here for centuries. The fruit of the wonderful trees which grow all around the village give the flavour to Christmas here, with a well-made product which is the epitome of quality. The road winds on to take us up to what is the healthiest mountain village in the area, Tolox. A natural balcony, a window open onto an environment which is pure and healthy. The beautiful village of Tolox has as its backdrop the unspoilt wilderness of the mountains. Its situation is a privileged enclave with a spectacular wood of gall oaks within its boundaries. Their extravagant shapes have been formed by the harsh weather conditions which they suffer all year round. There can be no doubt that this is a place to feel peace and the wondrous harmony of its landscape. Nature has also granted this place the bounty of medicinal waters. A spring with enormous benefits for our general health, and specifically for the kidneys and the respiratory system. Thousands of people visit the Fuente Amargosa Spa, as this place is known, every year, seeking the natural remedies of the Sierra de las Nieves. And close by the spring, along a stunning path crammed with enormous trees which provide us with shade on these hot summer afternoons, we arrive at the Hotel del Balneario. Dating from 1870, this is one of the oldest hotels in the area. Since that time, it's been providing accommodation for the people who come here to discover the area's curative waters. Surrounded by stunning gardens, to stay here is the perfect complement to the therapies on offer in the spa.